Have you ever wondered why the SG553 is never used in matchmaking? Well, to answer this question we have to dig deep into the history of CS. But actually no, it's all because AK-47 has been used ever since 1.6 and it's been known as the best fully automatic assault rifle in the game for over a decade now. So why bother trying something more expensive if AK is considered to be the best? Well, it's not that simple. SG553 has better first shot accuracy. You might miss 1 out of 100 shots you take with an AK when your crosshair is dead on the enemy's head. You might hit the chest instead, or you might miss altogether. With SG553 is going to be a much rarer occurrence. And the gun also does slightly more damage than the AK as it has 100% armor penetration. For example, if the enemy is hit for 70 and you shoot him once in the chest with the SG, he'll be dead. But the same result will take 2 AK bullets as it does 3 damage less to the chest against armed opponents. Alright, so now that we've got accuracy and damage out of the way, let's talk about the scope, because SG is the only fully automatic rifle in CS with a scope. But CS has never been about scoping. In fact, in the majority of situations, using the scope is going to put you at a disadvantage. For example, never scope after you spotted the enemy already. It's going to be an immediately lost gunfight if the enemy has at least some skills. Because your enemy will already be shooting you or adjusting his crosshair while you'll still be, well, scoping. It doesn't mean the scope is useless though. It has a very specific purpose, and the only real scenario I can imagine when using the scope could be useful is while holding long distance angles. For example, like defending the bomb plant on Dust 2 from pit or peeking over the boost on cache. But when you want to back off from the position you were holding, make sure to switch to your knife if it's safe, or unscope if it's not, because moving while scoped in is significantly slower than moving regularly. But the biggest disadvantage the SG has is its price. It's $300 more expensive than an AK. And SG is not the gun to buy if your team is struggling with money. Get an AK and the smoke instead. Get the necessities, not the premium. But with that being said, it's worth it when you can afford it. But you're probably wondering why you haven't seen me playing with the SG in my videos if I'm saying it's so good. Well, to answer this bluntly, it's the stigma this gun has. I mean, you're laughing at me now, but try going into a Faceit pug and buying this weapon. I mean, sure, your team won't say anything at all if you drop a kill every round, but if you screw up once and have at least one teammate who is ignorant about the gun, you'll get stormed with how shitty you are, how shitty the gun is, and how you should go back to playing silver matchmaking. And that's the reason why I only use the SG while playing with full premades, and only when I'm sure we'll have enough money to buy in the following round as well. As I said, SG can be more effective than the AK in very specific situations. And overall it feels like a more premium version of the AK. It has a scope, it does slightly more damage, it's more accurate. And if you can afford it, I see no reason not to go for it besides the stigma, as you'll most likely be able to win slightly more rounds if you use the gun properly and learn its spray control. By the way, I find SG's spray control easier to control than AKs. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, drop a like to show your appreciation. And also, you might have noticed that my channel is verified now, so that's kinda cool. I'm used to seeing these huge YouTubers verified and I never expected to be verified as well. So that's kinda cool, but anyway, hope you all have a great day and I'll see you all later. Peace.